Hello. Hello, hello. We have some very special announcements. Of course, I am your story guide, Gilbert Ramos for the Rolling Nomads. You know me by now. We are on episode 4 of Scion Godsend. We're getting into the thick of it now. All Scions have been visited by their divine parents, though one of them is not quite sure who that is, and likely most of you all don't know either, and that's perfectly fine by me. So, we have some announcements before we get into this. As you all know, Onyx Path is celebrating their 10th anniversary this year of being in existence, their 10th birthday, as it were. As such, they've got some great stuff going on their side of the house from Drive-Thru RPG. They've got Dystopia Rising going on. But what I want to draw attention to, something very near and dear to my heart in the world of darkness, is their Kickstarter for Mage. It's called Lore of the Traditions. It is a, I guess you can call it a supplement that details more traditions in regards to Mage the Awakening. It is full of goodness. The Kickstarter is live right now. I have not seen the new updated backers and how many people have backed it already and what their stretch goals have unlocked at this point, but I know for a fact they've got some great goodies, and you should check that out. I'm very excited for it. That's my only announcement. You should really check that out. It's cool as shit. I hear they have angelic choristers in there. But other than that, that's all I got, and I'm again just as excited. As much as I am excited for Lore of the Traditions for the Mage and the Kickstarter, and you should check that out, you should also stay here. Check that out after this. Check that out after this. For now, let's meet our Scions, because they're important too. Shall we?
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just running around, grabbing my caffeine. Be wary of those angelic coursers. They believe in animal cruelty and taking over honey badgers.
Hi, I'm Gregor DeWitt, apparently supernatural detective. It's supernatural first, then space detective. Not that I'm a detective of supernatural things. I had bad dreams last night.
Hey, what's up? It's MAJIN. Yeah, I played PlayStation last night.
PlayStation and bad dreams indeed. The true root of any hero's journey. But I'm sure the bad dreams are not done quite yet, and I'm sure there are more levels to beat on whatever game MAJIN was playing. So let's jump right in to today's episode of Scion Godsend. Now, quick recap. You may notice something has changed on your screen. All of our players, all of these characters, have a little icon up in the corner of their screens. We've covered Charles, the symbol of the Shen, is very present. MAJIN, during episode 2, realized that he belonged to the pantheon of the Tengri. Gregor DeWitt, last episode, encountered a lot of strange things. All 3 of our characters went to have lunch with a friend, or rather a breakfast, I should say. All 3 of them had memories with this woman, Jessica, who left to join the Daughters of Artemis. Left the orphanage, but kept in contact with her 2 close friends. Indeed, she had no memory of Gregor. No semblance of him being at the orphanage. No inkling of who he was. Though he told her story after story of interactions they had, she could not remember him at all. And even his friends, MAJIN and Charles, backed him up, assured her that they were all the best of friends. Still, she did not remember. So, a second meeting, a first meeting, was had with Gregor and Jessica. Charles and MAJIN caught up. It was a delightful breakfast. They learned of her dealings, the fact that she had taken down 7 unique and powerful enemies in Titans and Titan spawn, during which, after she had left, the 3 of them continued to eat their pastries and have their coffee, and a satyr, a homeless satyr, same satyr from episode 1, came up and asked for some change. Now, our heroes are indeed heroes. They gave change. But Gregor recognized him and was curious. Got a feeling. So they tailed him. They tailed this homeless satyr. And they watched him give the money that they had given him away to another homeless individual. They followed him down a back alley, into a back door. They knocked and confronted him. In that alleyway, they learned that this satyr had something to do with Gregor's contact, the supernatural contact. Madame Jasmine, as her stage name implies. This satyr had something to do with her assault, as she was found by Gregor with strangulation marks on her throat and needed to be hospitalized. After he had asked her to look into something about his visions, his nightmares, his day-walking dreams. The door was swiftly broken down after he tried to retreat inside, where they found robed cultists, a circle with candles, and individuals piling into a manhole. Now, Gregor was quick to act. He pulled his not exactly legal handgun. They called his bluff, and they continued packing their things. They tried to get some information. I believe it was Charles that had had enough at some point and had just cold-clocked one of the cultists, killing him with his divine strength. Absolutely obliterating his skull, forming a pool of blood on the ground that moved and shifted and changed. Now, this individual was also carrying a book, and Gregor was very interested to see what was so important about this intricate and delicate-looking book. The moment Gregor touched it, though, it was gone, vanished from this world. And slowly but surely, Charles and MAJIN began to forget. Why were they there? Who is Gregor? Indeed, MAJIN even found a piece of paper, a note, with Gregor DeWitt's name, and did not recognize it. Slowly but surely, Charles and MAJIN had Gregor DeWitt fade from their lives. Gregor, meanwhile, was lost in darkness, in a desert, and in the sands, the space between spaces. Our 2 heroes, Charles and MAJIN, contacted their friend Jessica, and then contacted the police. This was the second illegal incident they were involved with just in the past 24 hours. As such, the police told them not to leave town. They continued about their day after being questioned by the police and the piles of bodies that were in the cultists' chambers, after which they tried to end their existences by various forms of suicide. They had a drink. MAJIN and Charles, they went to the bar that they don't remember where they had experienced it or who had originally brought them there, but they went to have a drink. Meanwhile, Gregor was not existing until he saw his friends in a small rectangular portal, and he tried to reach out to them and crawl toward them. Charles and MAJIN saw something in the mirror, this black mass of shadow, this creature moving toward them, and so they quickly shattered the mirror. Gregor's hope was gone. But not entirely. Those pieces remained on the ground, and he began to form a window for himself. The mirror on the other side, where Charles and MAJIN in that dive bar bathroom could see the pieces of glass arrange themselves, and then a bloodied hand reaching out, and then crawling out of the nothingness, crawling out of non-existence, was Gregor, naked, bleeding, clutching nothing but that same book. Reborn with no scars, with no blemishes, naked and bleeding. And suddenly Majin and Charles remembered. Gregor. Good to see you, buddy. They took him home. He was traumatized, and rightly so. Gregor had had his visitation, though he doesn't quite understand it just yet. There is a semblance of ichor, and they saw that his blood was golden. He was congratulated, though he was not keen to be celebratory about it. That night, as the trio finished packing up Gregor's things and played PlayStation, and Gregor was mulling over the book that seemed to have his name and the index, the title page, and the first few pages written over and over, Gregor DeWitt, Gregor DeWitt, Gregor DeWitt. A phone call was received on his cell phone. He was informed by the police that the trio was no longer linked and that they were no longer suspects in either of the crimes that they had been a part of. Anything that they were linked to. He was informed that they were free to move as they pleased. He was informed there was no reason to keep questioning them. They were no longer suspects. Gregor thanked the gentleman on the end of the phone. The last thing he heard was, "We hope to see you soon, Master." Our trio slept, and that is where we join them now, awakening the next morning. Our trio. Who wakes up first?
I imagine I didn't sleep very well last night. So I'd say at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, I wake up and I'm just like, I'm not sleeping well. I'm not getting any more sleep.
So, like, you just didn't sleep through the night, so you're the first up because you just stayed up?
More like I expect like exactly one REM cycle, and then it's like,
yeah. So
that
like
dream
90
was
minutes.
terrible.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
dream was
operating off
terrible.
of.
Yeah, that dream was terrible. I'm not sleeping for the rest of the night.
There. Who is next?
If he's up and moving around, then I would probably wake up next.
Charles, there Gregor is, being noisy as shit.
You know, it would cost you nothing to just sit quietly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you okay?
I
Do
just
you need
kind
to
of
talk?
walk over with the book, and I just pick up the book and sit down and look down at it. I'm not reading the page, but I just open to a page.
Just any random page.
Like, what does it say? Like, did you learn anything from the book?
It
Gregor,
has my name all over.
Do you
Just
open to
any random page?
any random page? Center of the book?
Yeah, just
You find a small bit of comfort in the fact that it doesn't just repeat. It's not a book of your name. There are strange arcane sigils. There are terrible things and strange drawings and strange geometry. Charles, this is what you see over his shoulder. Is you see, looks like cult shit.
no, I'm not okay.
You want to talk about it?
I don't know. It was.
Do you want a cigarette? They're not bad for you. You're a demigod now. Like,
Majin,
they're arguably good for you now.
Majin, they're talking right by your head, right where you are laying. And so this is the conversation you wake up to.
No, I don't want a cigarette.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah, it would be a lot cooler if I did, but I try to be a good role model for the kids in the building. No.
That sounds like
Like,
bullshit.
do you want a cigarette?
No.
Why? They're not bad for you anymore.
Doesn't matter. They're lame.
They only make you look cool.
Vices
For the
are
love
lame.
of God, don't smoke.
Unless you're trying to kill yourself slowly. And that's...
Don't smoke.
Listen here, kids. Cigarettes are more lethal than guns. If you're anti-gun, you should
Want
be
a
anti-cigarette.
PSA for our silence.
Yeah.
Continue. Apologies.
Just
Oh, fuck.
yesterday I picked up this book, and
Yeah, and then everyone forgot about you.
what?
Yeah, we all forgot about you while you were gone. It wasn't until you came out of the mirror that we all remembered you.
Wait, dude,
You legitimately did not exist while you were gone. As far as anyone was concerned. It was really weird. But it was probably just your awakening. I mean, they've all been weird up to this point.
yeah,
I mean, mine was pretty normal. I got my ass beat.
I don't
Yeah,
think.
and then a trove of horses came, and their hoofbeats were so loud they destroyed the windows on a fucking skyscraper, and then they stormed the damn thing like it was the beaches of Normandy.
I'm not sure that was anything to do with that thing specifically, because I was
Did we get
erased from
powers this
Jessica's
time?
memories. Because I was erased from Jessica's memory too.
Yeah, but it
Beforehand.
could have been the same thing. So they could have just started with people that you hadn't been around as much, and then gone to people that were closer to you after you dipped out.
Or she's a hero. They started with the most powerful.
Maybe.
We need to see if she remembers me today.
So we're going RV shopping today, right?
Yeah, you have one lined up. You have a couple lined up, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few.
MAJIN
Alright.
knows where they're all at.
Okay. I'm just gonna...
Are you gonna... You go take a shower. Like, I gotta be honest, you're killing my vibe, man.
We'll see. Your vibe wouldn't be so easy to be killed if you were smoking a cigarette, now would it?
No. It wouldn't be so easy to kill if I had some beer. As he looks in the fridge.
You've been here for several days. You could have bought beer. There's a liquor store.
My
With
house.
what money?
There's a liquor store a block away.
Whatever.
Do they sell beer at this time of day? I imagine it's like 5 o'clock in the fucking morning at this point.
I don't know.
Do you have Bailey's?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm gonna start going through his cupboards and shit. And then if he doesn't have Bailey's, I want to go and knock on the doors of the people in the hallway and see if they have Bailey's.
Charles, he started going through his cupboards. Gregor, what does he find? Doesn't find Bailey's, but you know what are the type of things that
We
Gregor
packed
has?
up most things.
Yeah, you know, you got some non-perishables, some
Yeah.
last bit of eggs in the fridge and whatnot. Although, Charles, it doesn't make sense to normal people to look in the oven for Bailey's. But you're not a normal person. You check the oven. And sitting on the metal grate is a jade statue. It is a winged hound sitting atop a skull. It's very pretty. Looks like it's very a fine make. It has, from the ears of the hound, a beautiful silver chain. A little bit heavier, not exactly, jewelry make. It is about 3-4 inches tall, maybe about an inch and a half wide. A necklace. An amulet.
That's weird. It's sure as fuck hitting Bailey's, but I bet I can take it to a pawn shop and get Bailey's. So I'm gonna grab this. Gregor, is this yours?
What?
Gregor, you see
I will show you the amulet.
little jade statue about 3 inches tall, an inch and a half wide. The wings, of course, extend past that. This winged hound on top of a skull, this silver chain coming out of his ears.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I haven't seen it here either. MAJIN?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna pawn it and we're gonna get Bailey's. And then we're gonna have
Wait,
Irish cream coffee.
before you do that, may I see it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's your house. Here.
Okay, I will take the statue skull dog with wings and the amulet. I would like to try to appraise it for anything. Is it occult witchy stuff or something like that, I guess?
Go ahead and give me a roll. If you're just trying to figure out if it's occult witchy stuff.
Yeah, because I mean...
Makes very much sense to use the skill of occult. This is going to be the mental arena. What is your approach?
Raw power.
Intellect, drawing on your knowledge. By all
Yep.
means, intellect and occult. Anyone, I will say, because we are kind of easing into a new system, before you tell me the successes, Gregor, anyone else can help him. And the way the quote-unquote help action works is you guys will make a separate roll. Doesn't necessarily need to be the same exact roll. Your successes will grant an enhancement to his roll. So if you guys want to kind of peer at it and be like, that seems like such and such pantheon or whatever, you guys can of course try.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I will help.
Excellent. How would you like to help? Just kind of peering at it and seeing if you recognize it from any culture or weird occult lore and nonsense?
First thing I'll do is I'll probably try sniffing it, seeing if it has any kind of divinity smell to it.
Love that. As weird as it is, I'm gonna call that survival as a skill. Sniffing out the scent of the divine and whatnot. I'm gonna have this be I think that this would be. I'm gonna let you choose the arena. I'm gonna choose your approach. Does that sound good? Because I think that this is going to be less power, less finesse.
So like
more... Yeah.
See, I was thinking mental, like resolve, like resilience in mental arena.
Yeah, I was gonna think of the resilience approach as well. So yeah, that works for me. Resilience and survival, please.
Fantastic.
Not exactly outlasting this thing, but, you know, sniffing at it and determination and, you know, perhaps tasting it.
I got 4 material success, and then I got 1 non-material success. Immaterial?
How did you get a...
Well, the material are just the base ones you roll, right? And then any, like, 10s you re-roll, and those are the not material successes, right?
That is still a material success. A non-material success would be your enhancements or whatever. 5. So, Gregor, you'll have 5 enhancement.
Cool. I got 3 successes.
Beefy. All right. That is weird cult shit. You know very specifically that it is the corpse-eating cult of Legge, a symbol of theirs.
Huh. Don't sell that. Whoever you sell it to is probably going to die.
Well, if I'm not selling it, I'm wearing it. Is that cool with everyone?
No.
What the fuck?
Because you're probably going to die.
I'm not gonna die, okay? Let's be real. Like...
No. No.
What? Come on, think about how much fun this could be. Let me wear the weird, creepy cult shit.
No.
Well, then what are we gonna do with it? Let's put it on the fucking eagle.
No, we're not going to
Don't you
have
touch
the
my
corpse-eating
fucking
cult chase
But it
after
would
that
look
eagle.
so bad ass with a fucking necklace.
No,
Like, come on.
Charles.
All right, well, now we're back to the problem. We don't have Bailey's for Irish cream coffee.
What?
Well, yeah, we need a drink. It's too early to be having brewskis and whatever. We don't have beer anyways. So I was going to ask people if they had Bailey's so that we could have Irish cream coffee.
There's a coffee shop in this building.
But they don't have Bailey's.
Have you ever been?
Yes,
Okay.
probably. I've been to a lot of coffee shops around here. I can't tell you for sure if I've been to this one.
You've never been to the coffee shop in this building, have you?
I don't know. I know I went to a coffee shop in a building on one of the times I'd gotten lost.
There is
We're
a
not
knock.
going to do
at the
anything
door.
with this, okay?
It is fucking 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning. What are these people doing? Come in.
The door is auto locks, so I get up
Oh my
and I
gosh.
go to unlock the door.
A gentleman in white robes, a leather cap, immaculate facial hair. You recognize this individual as the individual that MAJIN had encountered, his divine parent, the Great Khan. In the hallways, you see an entourage of sorts, carrying what looks like platters of meat, wine, and drink.
I just step back with open door all the way. Majin, your dad's here.
Mr. DeWitt,
Good day, sir.
may I come in?
Of course, sorry.
Steps in.
Welcome to my very humble abode. We were in the middle of packing everything up.
I can see that. I hope you don't mind, I brought breakfast.
We appreciate that.
You guys, in the hallway, you guys can see that his entourage, it expands into the hallways around the corners. It looks like people are knocking on everyone's doors and offering them, like, asking to be let in with a platter of food.
You are very kind.
It is only right and just that I show my new tenants that their troubles are over.
Oh, you bought the building.
Bought is one word.
Ah. Oh.
You took the building.
But I wish to discuss something with the three of you over breakfast. If that is not too much trouble, I apologize if it is going to cut into your plans this morning.
No, not at all.
We don't have plans until things open up at like 8 o'clock anyway, so we got a few hours to kill. You want a cigarette?
No, thank you. Would you like...
Okay.
Reaches into his into one of the pockets of his robe. He offers you a pipe.
Absolutely.
Tobacco is shared. You can see Majin, you can see, recognizes very clearly, these are not the same warriors and, riders from the incident at the Scion organization. These look very much like just serving folk. They will wear simpler garbs. They are not wearing armor. They certainly don't have the scars of the warriors that you had seen.
A lot of people. A lot of people.
Do we still get drunk as demigods?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Part of the... I apologize, Mr. DeWitt. This is your household. But with your permission, I'd like to clear a space. This is...
But
You've
by all
packed,
means.
and I don't want to impose, but it would be easier for a meal if we had the space cleared.
By all means.
You can see the
Like floor
servants.
seat?
You can see the servants begin to move the couch along the edge of the wall, sort of creating an open floor space. They lay out what looks to be a very fine carpet. They bring out a wooden folding table, very low, only sitting about 4 or 5 inches above almost like a coffee table, basically. And they lay out food and drink. A cushion is laid out for each of you, and he takes a seat and waits for you guys to sit.
I will sit the same way he is sitting.
Yeah, I'll plop down.
Yeah. I'm not sitting next to him, though.
Noted.
I'll sit next to him.
Also noted. He looks at you like a bit confused. Just, there's a bit of a raised eyebrow. It doesn't seem like he's angry about it. He's just bold, little monkey. Very bold.
I missed you.
How did you all sleep? How was your... I see that packing took place. You should know, Mr. DeWitt, that you don't need to leave. I understand that Sun Wukong has granted a journey to the three of you. But you should know that your choice, if you wish to stay, you may. I will take it up with Sun Wukong.
I appreciate that, but I don't necessarily want to get in the way of Charles's first quest, just because I want to stay. However, I would appreciate it if you kept this room open for me, because my general plan is the moment I step foot in California, probably coming back to the city.
Understandable. It's a fine place to visit, but something's missing from it, I think. And you, my son, how was your evening?
It was decent. I mean, once we got Gregor back, it was just hanging out, playing the game, really.
The game.
PlayStation. So. Yeah.
And Mr. Leon.
Sorry about that. I had a sneeze that was building up. Yeah. I slept great. Honestly, like, after I remember Charles or Gregor again and all of that, we just got him home. He took a shower, played games and stuff. Played pretty late last night now that I'm thinking about it, but yeah, slept well.
I see. Happy to hear that things are progressing relatively smoothly. I had heard that there was some trouble.
Oh, we ran some cultists.
Yeah. Started killing themselves and stuff, and yeah, it was crazy.
Yes.
Troubling.
I suspected their leader was a sorcerer. But...
Do you still have that amulet, Gregor?
It's over yonder.
Yeah. Do you mind if I go and grab this amulet to show you?
By all means.
Absolutely. We found this in the oven today when I was looking for Bailey's, and yeah, it's from something. Just found its way here, I guess.
Eating cults of Legge.
He takes it in his hand and turns it.
I suspect the same cult broke into here yesterday and planted that.
Do you have an idea why they would be interested in you, Mr. DeWitt?
I've had run-ins with supernatural worshippers before, but nothing so substantial. All I really know is that I received some vision, which I suspect that they induced, and then they attempted to kill a friend of mine, who I asked to investigate it. Something about a shadow pharaoh. So I suspect a minor Egyptian god, specifically.
Interesting.
Maybe it has something to do with your divine person.
Oh.
Because, I mean, you are hawking up Iker now.
Kind of raises his eyebrow over to you, Gregor.
Yes, I cut myself last night, and the blood appeared golden. Why? What?
You don't... Mr. Leon, MAJIN, focus on your friend and see if you can feel what I feel.
I feel like this has something to do with divinity. I, to this point, have no other way of recognizing such aside from smelling it, so I'm going to go and sniff Gregor. I'm going to pounce over the table at him.
It's going to be relatively simple. It's a single success is required. I'm going to say the same thing for you, survival, and choose your... I'm going to call again. I think survival and resolve. Same thing with the that you did with the amulet.
Sounds good to me.
MAJIN, what about you? How do you want to tackle this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I knew based off Jessica. I won't get in his face, but I'll just close my eyes and try to concentrate on Gregor.
Okay. I'm thinking empathy or integrity. But an argument can be made for another skill if you'd like.
No, that's fine.
And what approach would you like?
Finesse.
And I'll allow you a lot of freedom here. Choose an attribute in the finesse: cunning, dexterity, manipulation. You know this is how you're going to tackle this. Are you going to touch him, or are you just trying to focus on him? The energy of it all that good stuff.
Probably cunning.
Understood.
You should have used firearms. I shoot him. Does he bleed cold?
Yeah, I got 3
success.
Well, how many, MAJIN?
1.
All that was required. You guys tune in to Gregor, and you kind of... The overwhelming sound begins to emanate throughout the room of throat singing and the scent of horse flesh being roasted. This is equivalent to the Great Khan. Charles, you recognize this is what MAJIN smells like now. This is what the sound that accompanies his steps. MAJIN, even Gregor, you get the faint whiff of horse flesh being roasted and the sound of throat singing. In the midst of that, you can kind of feel and taste on the air ink and paper. MAJIN, you feel that as well. You can associate that with Charles. That is a scent that he carries now. Gregor, smells like nothing. Gregor smells
Like even
human.
oddly nothing for a regular person?
Gregor smells human. Despite his ichor and the golden blood, he smells human.
What are we zoning on?
You smell like boring.
What Pantheon is? It smells like water.
No,
Just
it's more
plain.
like that flavored mineral water that tastes vaguely like it was moved next to what it's trying to be flavored as.
The question, Mr. DeWitt, is not what are we focusing on, it's what is absent, what is missing. You have no scent of the divine.
Like, you smell things when you smell like Mr. Khan over here, or MAJIN, or me, right? Like, we all have our own weird smell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
you don't have something like that. But the fact you can smell it means something, I'm sure.
I mean, the fact that he's bleeding gold is something. So
Hold on. I imagine there are knives.
There are knives.
So don't do self-harm, kids. Knife, palm, the worst place to cut yourself. Not a deep cut, just press and then just a little one. Just enough to get a little bit of blood. Is it still golden?
Still golden.
That's definitely golden. But no scent.
Nothing.
Well, that's weird. It's time for some drinks.
you know anything about that?
It is possible that it is a false. He is not divine. He is possibly just a sorcerer, and this is manifesting very similarly. It is possible that perhaps you are of divine origin, but it is so faint that it carries no scent. Perhaps you are the child of a child of a child of a child of a god, and you, in turn, inherently are supernatural in nature or carry magic with you. But it is a strange occurrence. I have not encountered this.
From what I remember, as soon as he disappeared, they started to freak out, and one of them said he was the chosen one and snapped his neck. Something
But
like
when
that.
I was being accosted by that thing, I tried to kill myself.
You disappeared.
Yes.
What did you
I was in a desert. I was constantly, these sands kept shifting. I had to stand up, I had to continuously wander leftwards. I dropped the book, and a weird shadow monster crawled out of it. I shot 5 of my 6 shots into it, and then 1 into me. Its head exploded as if I had shot it in the head. But it kept moving. And then I don't remember what happened after that. The next thing I saw, I feel like it was a long time, but the next thing I saw, it was darkness and a window, and then them through the other side. I tried to reach. It was my only chance. Eventually, I crawled my way out of the window. Maybe I was rejected? And this is just aftermath? It could be... Because there are Scions who are chosen, yeah? That's what Jessica is, so... Maybe with the... I was chosen, but rejected.
If your blood returns to red, and you find yourself bleeding crimson once more, then that is likely the case. Speculation will do us no good now. I will research. And I will have my mystics check on you from time to time.
I appreciate that.
Which brings me to my next... I don't mean to make light of your situation, Mr. DeWitt. Sounds like what you went through was quite stressful. Am I to understand that it is the three of you that will be journeying west?
For now.
Yeah.
Then, my son, I have a task for you. Much as Charles will prove himself to his father, you will complete a task for me as well.
Oh, I gotta prove myself to you? Okay. What is it?
You're journeying west. You will travel, from what I understand of the monkey, on ground level. You will not be using portals or flying or any other strange supernatural means. No, you travel by ground, by horse, by automobile. As such, there is a comparison to be drawn in my travels and yours. MAJIN, you are the child of a conqueror. Your kin, your blood, is that of conquerors. Where Charles will draw and deliver Mr. DeWitt westward, you will cut a path. You will wash over every place you visit. Every step you take, the Tengri will grow. I have key locations for you. Places where our people are strong, where they can teach you. But you will be conquering west. You will take westward. And you will take whatever land, and you will take whatever temples you can as you carve a path westward. How you do this is up to you, but I am interested to see the choices you make. Know this, my son, conquering is done many different ways. It is up to you what kind of deity you will be, what kind of conqueror you will emerge as. Strengthen the Tengri as you travel west. That is my past. That is my task for you.
Okay. All right. And I guess I'll get on that.
This sounds like it's going to be so much fun.
Mr. DeWitt.
Yes?
As you are in a fluctuating status as a Scion, as a piece of divinity, would you say my son is strong?
Yes. MAJIN is one of the strongest people I know.
I don't speak of his physical prowess. His resolve, his character. Is my son strong?
I wasn't speaking of his physical prowess either. MAJIN is a man of great resolve.
He's got all strength in spades.
Yes.
Do you trust him, Mr. DeWitt?
Yes.
And you, Mr. Leon?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great boon to have people that trust you, MAJIN.
And it's the same in return.
Who is the most level-headed among you?
Probably MAJIN.
Yeah.
Gregor and I have both given in to emotional tendencies, personal wants, in times. MAJIN's pretty level through most, if not all.
That reminds me. I have a gift for you from your father, Mr. Leon. He reaches in
I have a present?
to the pocket of his robe, holds out this beautiful circlet. You are already wearing the red string of fate in the form of a bandana. This looks almost like a crown. A beautiful ruby in the center. Depictions of dragons and monkeys, and almost like a Greek epic that is inscribed on the jars, but it tells the tale of the Monkey King as you ring around the circlet.
Is it like malleable? Is it bendable?
Yeah, it's made of gold and what can be. There are many silver metals, but you imagine gold and silver, maybe platinum. It is honestly a bit gaudy, but it is beautiful, and it is. It's almost alluring. In order to like, it makes you feel as if like your father has a bit of pride to him, right? Like, I am the great sage equaling heaven. This feels like you wear this, and it's. I am, like you stated earlier on in this chronicle, I will become the great sage greater than heaven. You know, with this, This feels like this establishes you as a noble, as this establishes you as a greater than.
This feels pompous. I'm gonna wear it as an anklet. I'm gonna bend it around my ankle.
Easy enough. As I say, gold is, and anyone who knows gold is, I say as like the most privileged thing I've ever said in my life. Anyone who knows gold, it is a very soft metal. I promise I'm not rich. I just work with metal a lot. You bend it around. You kind of accidentally snap off one of like the dragon's heads and the whiskers, and you're like, oh fuck, shit. You bend
I'll
it
just
around.
keep that one separately in my pocket.
Yeah, you bend it around your ankle. And it fits well. It's nice, and it's like an ankle bracelet almost. And the Great Khan smiles. He says, And if I'm being honest, while we are distributing gifts, this, my son, is for you. And he hands you a scroll.
I take it. You want me to read it now, or
It is
in private, or
wrapped in a beautiful red ribbon. It's a simple aged piece of parchment. Just feel free. If you would like to read it now, you may read it now.
I open it up to read it.
It's a series of words that don't seem to mean anything. You kind of pronounce things as you go. As you do this, you know, it doesn't seem like anything you really understand. As you do this, Charles, the anklet begins to tighten around your ankle to the point where, like, your whole leg, it pinches nerves, it pinches muscle. Your whole leg just seizes up and you find yourself just collapse on the ground, just in pain, just fuck.
Oh, this is awful. I didn't know my dad gave me a collar.
Is that what this is? Well,
I think it's a shock collar.
He thought it would be appropriate. In his youth, he was even more, if you can imagine, difficult to be around. As such, and with how do I put this kindly? Sporadic his behavior was. He got himself and his friends into a lot of trouble. He didn't want you to make the same mistakes.
So what does it do exactly? Was this a
Can you
leash?
turn it off? More importantly, like, this is a little uncomfortable.
Oh
I'll be
yeah,
honest with you.
the moment Majin stops, it starts to loosen.
Okay.
But the Great Khan explains it temporarily will incapacitate him. Should you ever need him to reassess the situation or think things through.
I start saying the words again.
The anklet tightens again. That pain comes, Charles, just up and down your leg, all the way up to your left butt cheek. Is just this searing pain, and you're just find yourself.
God, it feels like someone Charlie horsed me. Do you mind? Like, I swear to God, you're going to use this when we're playing games, and it's not going to count. Okay, first of all, I'm going to make that known. Like, any win you receive with this is shallow and hollow and means nothing.
A win is a win. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
Indeed. Mr. DeWitt, I'm afraid I don't have a gift for you.
I understand. This seems to be a two-part gift, and I wouldn't necessarily want to be in on this.
I can check to see if his father will grant you another.
Once it starts loosening up,
Oh,
I'm gonna try and take it off.
You begin to kind of pull at it. It stays in place. So like you bent it and shaped it to like where it's a little bit loose on your ankle, right? It is no longer like that. Gold is no longer malleable. It can no longer snap. It is staying that.
It's now like tungsten steel.
Yeah, it is. It is now staying that shape and that the way you bent it, the size that you had bent it to, which comes to some comfort. Like, because if you had just tightened it a little bit overly tight, and it would have just been permanently tight. So I mean, at least there's that question mark.
Well, I was going to offer you a collar, Gregor, but it appears that I cannot remove this. So. Ornate jewelry. It gets me every time. Speaking of which, can I wear that amulet now?
No, you cannot
Like, would
wear the
anything come
amulet.
bad for me wearing the amulet? What do you think, Genghis Khan?
No,
I don't think that it would be wise for any of you to put the amulet on until we know what exactly it is and what exactly the purpose of this cult was and why they were targeting Mr. DeWitt.
Hypothetically, though, it wouldn't hurt a bird, right?
No, we're not putting it on a bird either.
That reminds me.
I start saying the words again.
Tighten up the left leg again. That pain shoots through, pinching nerves. Just collapse.
You know, if I keep this up, I'm just going to become a masochist, okay? I'm just going to thrive off this.
The Great Khan looks to you, MAJIN, and says, that does remind me. I'm sure you noticed your motorcycle is not what it seems.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a fever dream at first or, you know, shock or something, but yeah, it's not what I thought it was. To be honest, it's way more beautiful than I thought.
I would be lying if I said that I had not been watching you for some time. It was a very early gift, and I'm afraid it does come with maintenance. You'll notice that it will reject gasoline from now on. Sugar cubes and horse treats. Care and maintenance. You must care for it as you must care for a living creature.
Like apple fritter horse treats? Like the little apple fritter cubes?
I'm afraid I don't know what
those things are fucking
is.
delicious. You need to try some, first of all. It's like the dog treats that look like cookies in PetSmart. They're definitely cookies. You can definitely eat them. Like, they are perfectly fine and healthy. Like, they taste fucking fantastic, too. So, let that be noted. But it's kind of like that. They taste wonderful, and they're treats for horse.
I'll be certain to give them a try at my earliest. You'll also notice that your companion is more inclined to listen to you. We have a connection with the land.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, Lucille was more cooperative lately, so.
Is that his name now?
I don't know. Whichever one he chooses, I guess.
Are you just going to change its name daily until, like, it just settles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Names have meaning. It's a wise method. Let the creature choose its name. But I will let you all get back to your morning. The servants take the cushion as he rises. He says, I hope you all have a safe journey. I'm sure you will do all of us proud. He walks to the door and then sort of stops. And then he pauses at the door and then continues to walk.
I'm going to ask him, say, wait, the contacts that you wanted me to meet.
It will become clear in time. They will be delivered to you.
Okay.
First, my son, I think you must secure your friends a steed.
Yeah. So that's the goal today.
All right.
The Great Khan bids you all farewell. The serving folk travel behind him. They take up other plates and take up other platters and begin to knock on other doors, offering food and meal to the rest of the tenants. The Great Khan himself walks down the hall, disappearing from sight.
Hey, I love you, bye.
Well, I see no reason not to finish this meal. I'm actually gonna get up at this point and go get a bandage for my hand, and then because I just kind of sat there, I didn't want to get up while he was here. I was just gonna kind of suffer in silence with it. We get a bandage for my hand, then see no reason to not to finish the meal. Then Right, RVs.
I'm gonna get off of Gregor and keep eating.
I'm gonna take some parts of food and feed my bike and Lucille.
Excellent. Majin.
Please, for the love of God, don't feed your bike horse meat.
Majin, the scroll with the spell to subdue Charles. It's a relatively, short mantra, only about 2 or 3 lines. Eventually, you'll learn this by heart. But for now, the scroll is necessary.
Does it work if Gregor says it?
To be determined.
Well, I feel like we should figure this out before we leave. That way, either of you could rein me in.
The Khan gave it to Majin specifically.
Well, you gave the scroll to Majin, so if Majin deems that you're worthy to know the knowledge of the scroll, then it's up to him at this point.
That's fair, I suppose.
Do you want to know it?
It's Majin's decision.
Not particularly, because I feel like the Khan gave it to you because he thought you were worthy, and I don't want necessarily to step on his toes, especially if he's helping with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
The world may never know. Can we test it at least? Because there is a chance that someone nefarious is going to get their hands on this scroll. And I want to know if I need to worry about that.
No one's getting their hands on this scroll.
I don't trust your bird, man.
That is a fair point, though. If for some reason somebody gets their hands on the scroll, it might be best if we burn it immediately.
Or if they get their hands on the mantra from overhearing Majin saying it, this is something I want to know, that no one can use this knowledge against us.
Alright, read the goddamn scroll.
Okay, I take the scroll and I'm
going to stand right next to Majin.
I assume it's in a language I physically can't read.
Yeah, you're going to just there's
if it's not in Latin characters, I don't know how to read it.
Yeah, you cannot read this.
I can't read this. This is not in a language I know.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, no, put the necklace and the book over by the cot. No, you can't wear the necklace. We don't know what this is. Please don't touch it. And then, after the meal, let's go get me that steed.
You want a bike now?
No, he said steed. The Khan said steed.
You want an actual horse?
No, it's not poetic. It's metaphor.
Ah, okay. So you still want the RV then?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to be able to sleep in a bed, and I don't want to have to pay. And I don't want to have to pay for a freaking hotel every night.
You don't have to pay for a hotel if you sleep on the ground outside.
I don't want to sleep on the ground outside either. I don't know how Charles does it so much.
It's good for you. It's good for your soul.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
You guys have.
Listen, I've been at this Scion thing a little bit longer than you, so just trust me.
I'm not even sure I'm a Scion at this point.
I really hope the Great Khan goes and tries pet food.
You guys have a couple choices to make. You gathered a pool of RVs and converted vans. So, you guys successfully gathered a great pool to pull from. Question being, how much money are you looking to spend? What size?
I would
you
want
nicer,
something...
or do you want to just do like a converted van? There's a lot to go off on here.
I would want something that has at least a bed in it. Doesn't matter what the bed is, because I literally sleep on a cot. So a van could work.
I mean, 2021 Winnebago Solus. It sleeps 4. It's about the size of a van. Pop top.
You're really well versed in this. Is there a reason for that?
I want to live in a van so fucking bad. Just so bad. You know, you've got the what is it? The Ford, not Skylines, obviously. Ford. There's Amazon vans are the common go-to for conversion, for van life, quote unquote. In addition to that, you guys have some nicer RVs to pick from. A Tiffin Allegro is a Power Glide chassis that doesn't it's diesel powered and whatnot. That's a larger, just full on RV. I want to live in a van so fucking bad, guys.
I don't think we need a whole SRV, and I don't have the Datsun Drive to be confident enough to drive what is effectively a bus. So,
you guys going to go van life, or you guys? The Winnebago is not exactly a van. It's the top of the roof of the vehicle extends outward. Like here's the, and it just goes, and then you have extra space at the top to stand. If you want to look it up, it is a Winnebago, or 2021 specifically, Winnebago Solus 59PX.
Sure, let's go with that. The seats turn around. That's interesting. I found a floor plan for it, which is weird.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Sure, let's go with that. Since that was the first one that came to your mind, and I assume is your first choice.
No, I would convert my own van and build my own. I don't necessarily need like a shower or anything. I'll shower in gyms one day. If my fiancé ever divorces me or ever gets rid of me, I'm gonna live in a fucking van. I'll still stream, I promise, but I'll be in a van. Great thing about the Winnebago as well is it comes in with built-in solar panels, so you don't have to keep the thing on for power's sake and for heat and whatnot. It has its own solar panels. It also comes with a battery to store. It can store its own power.
You're well versed in it.
Getting hyped.
We'll go with that. It's clear.
We're gonna say that you're our connection.
Our connection is this guy.
You find some scruffy dude that's just rattling off.
He's just streaming on Sundays and stuff, and we're just like, hey man, can you hook us up with a van or help us find one? You're like, this is what I do.
This is what I was meant to be.
This is my hobby. Like, this is...
Yeah,
you think I play table games and shit all the time? No, I look up vans.
Yeah. You have this particular model. You guys go to this individual and he starts rattling off facts about it, and this particular model has a toilet installed already, has the single 220 watt solar panels. Already there's multiple ones that it comes standard with one solar panel. He's added on others and increased the battery size for storage.
Okay. Well,
buddy. Does it have a shower, a bed, and a toilet?
Well, I mean, it's got a toilet. It's got washing stations, exterior washing stations, but you should shower.
That's good. That's fine.
Shower at gyms.
We're good. We're sold.
The price.
I'll get you a reasonable deal. This is. We'll say for the sake of this is your contact, MAJIN, because you guys both have RV people contacts.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you're good, Gregor, right?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, cool.
Sleeps 4, so you can have a friend over too.
It doesn't have a shower built into it?
It does.
It looks like it has a shower built into it.
It does. There's a model with an exterior shower, and then there's a model with a shower. Don't look at me like that. I'm not strange, all right? This is freedom. Don't look at me like I'm the weird one, okay?
You're not.
You want to come with us?
You're not. You want
to come live in a van?
God, so bad. So bad.
Come on. Why don't you come with us?
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I'm engaged.
You can do anything.
She doesn't want to live in a van.
Tell her you're on a mission from the gods.
She will literally divorce me. She doesn't give a shit.
Hey man, it's okay. Just come with us.
It's not okay. It
That way
seems
I'm not the
really
only one
fragile
here.
if that's all it's gonna take, man. Like you might wanna reevaluate your situation and just come on the road with us.
I love her more than I love this van. Please take this van off my hands before I change my mind.
All right.
We're giving you a
Okay.
chance of freedom.
Okay.
I'll give you a discount if you leave right now. Stop tempting me.
All right. All right. All right. Imagine. Would you mind cowing Charles so we can get this discount?
Yeah.
You guys,
I'm gonna try like getting him into the van whenever we leave. Like, no, you're coming. You're stop. Come on, quit resisting.
you guys purchased the 2021 Winnebago Solus. It is a
Does it fall apart as soon as we drive off?
No, it is a beautiful creature. It is well taken care of. 59PX specifically is just although notably it does come in like standard white, but there is a terrible, just god awful, looks like a piece of artwork that he commissioned on the left side of the van, not on the door side. Looks like it's an eagle gripping a snake, the symbol of Mexico, that sits in the white portion of their flag.
Oh, thank God! I thought it was gonna be some like chibi little vampire.
Just anime waifus all over your van.
Yes,
We're gonna get that removed.
that's it. The first thing I'm doing is I'm getting a Hago printed all over this fucking van.
No.
Car
Wait,
wrap.
you can't stop me.
No. I just bought this. This is mine, not yours.
Okay, that'll stop me.
I don't think it will, but I'm hoping you'll respect me enough to respect my wishes in this.
Okay, I will not get a Hago printed on the van.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I wonder if I can put decals on my cloud. Like it's just a fucking trail of a Hago through the air instead of bloody ink.
You guys have acquired a living space for Gregor and a place to be as you guys make your journey to the west. You guys have a couple days left, before the original deadline was, the end of the week and whatnot. You guys have a few days before that original deadline. Is there anything you guys want to do today, the rest of today? You guys have a van now.
Would like to try to talk to Jessica, because I think they're messing with our mind, with everybody's minds.
I would like to try to gather my stray dogs.
Yeah, because I want to try to talk to Jessica so we can try to plot her course, because I think they hit her first with the memory wipe.
Understood. So 2 tasks. MAJIN, is there anything you want to do?
Nah, not specifically.
Okay. We'll deal with the dogs first. You guys make your way over to Central Park. You guys all doing this together as a group?
Yeah, sure.
You
Can
guys
we just call up Jessica, have her meet us at the park?
You guys could do that.
Good idea. I recommend somebody else do it for now. We don't know if she's remembering me now.
I'll tell her to bring her friends too.
Excellent.
That's fine. I still had shit I wanted to smack talk about to her anyways.
Understood. You guys travel to Central Park. Gregor, you no longer need to... it would be quicker if you rode with Charles on the Cloud. Or if you want to deal with New York traffic, that's fine too.
I will deal with New York traffic because my intention is on the way back from that, get all my stuff and park over by my apartment, then load all my stuff up.
Understood. MAJIN, Charles, are you guys gonna wait? You guys very quickly get there and you guys realize that Gregor's gonna be a minute.
Yeah, it's whatever. What's your plan with the dogs anyway? What are you gonna do? Try to pack them in a van?
Yeah. They're my disciples.
All right. Well, yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that, man. Yeah. Yeah.
And as long as Gregor asserts his dominance, they won't do anything.
Yep. Yeah.
You guys pull
I guess
up.
I could just ride with Gregor in the van.
You guys pull up, parked to the side, having this conversation. Majin, you hear a female voice just scream out, "Hey!"
Wave back.
You see the same young woman that had originally pet your eagle a few days ago. Smiling, waving, walking towards you.
You have a fangirl?
I wouldn't say a fangirl. She saw Lucille and was brave enough to pet her, and yeah.
You know, I like Lucille as a name. That sounds really good. What's her name?
I have no idea.
That's kind of rude, bro. Respectfully. It's rude as fuck.
Yeah, is she approaching us or?
Yeah, she's approaching.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of hoping she was just like standing there while I was saying that, but that's fine too.
Yeah. You guys, she comes over and she kind of just smiles and she's like, "Hey, no friend today?" Well, aside from, "Hi."
Hi. I'm Charles.
Good to meet you, Charles. So how's, like...
What's your name?
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, that was very rude.
Is this what happened?
What's that?
Is this what happened? This is why he doesn't know your name?
No, I just, yeah, I'm not, I've been told I'm rude, and the etiquette's not my best, you know?
Yeah,
I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder and say, I understand completely.
Thanks. You, no offense, really, really smell.
Yeah, no offense taken. Anyways, I gotta go get my disciples.
What? Charles runs off into Central Park.
Ah, okay.
No, that's going to be a fucking chore.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did she say her name? Did she say her name? Did she say her name? No? Or did I just miss it?
She didn't say her name. I said I was going to go get my disciples.
Oh, okay. Well,
I just cut her off and just left the conversation before she could say her name.
She kind of looks to you, Majin, and is like, I changed it recently. I'm still kind of figuring out exactly who I am, you know? It's Addison now.
Addison?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Like, you just change your name like that? Like yeah. Legally, or?
Well, I mean, not legally, no, but, you know, until I settle on something I actually want, you know, who's to stop me?
I mean, that's fair. It's your choice. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do for Lucille over here, or whatever. You know, wherever he's at. I don't know what name he likes, but we'll get through one.
Yeah, eventually. So what's your... I don't know, this is probably really weird for you. But, you know, I saw you and just... New friend, you know? We had a moment, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. New friend. What happened to your other friends?
They're busy today. They're, you know, studying. I'm probably should be doing the same thing, but I'm pretty good on my stuff. So I think I'm just gonna wander today, meander.
Well, that's a very adventurous lifestyle. Yeah. I'm about to head out myself, at least pretty soon. So,
Oh, where are you headed?
California. Yeah.
Awesome. That's cool. I wanted to do
Yeah.
cinematography, and I contemplated going to California for a while.
I mean, it's never too late.
Yeah, what I'm doing now is the smarter thing. I don't know.
Well, I'm dumb. I never been to college or anything like that. But I gotta say, make sure you do what you want and seek the life you want before it's too late. Too many people get stuck in those, clogs of just, oh, this is the routine. Follow the path. Sometimes you gotta create your own. So
Yeah, I get that. That's good advice. You seem, maybe it's because like I approached you and was like very, I don't know, this feels aggressive, I guess. You seem different. You seem very wise. Maybe you were always wise. But you seem like more talkative.
I mean, I don't know, I guess. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll take it as a compliment though.
Oh yeah, no, it was meant to be. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
No, that's my bad. Yeah. Now, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to come say hi. See how you're doing. Good luck in California. I hope to see you back in the city soon.
Yeah. Same, Addison. Maybe I'll see you out there in California as well.
Yeah. You know what? She pulls out a piece of paper and starts to write something down, and she hands it to you and she says, "Keep in touch. Maybe I'll come out and visit."
All right. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna go disappear into crowds and make bad choices. Have fun.
Be safe. Stay free.
Always. You do the same. She departs, and you are left wondering where the fuck Charles wandered off to.
Yeah. Just walk in the park.
Charles, you're looking for your dogs.
My disciples, yes.
Yes, indeed. Charles, go ahead and give me a, I'm thinking survival for the skill, to kind of hunt your pack again. And then whatever approach you want to do, this is probably going to be the more, either the social or the mental arena. Social if you're actually calling them, mental if you're just kind of tracking, their behaviors and what they've already establishes their behaviors.
Yeah, I feel like if I'm using survival, then I'm going to be trying to use what I know about them to try and track them down.
Understood.
So I would think.
Survival cunning.
What do you think about survival and resolve again?
I would not say really resolve. I would say survival intellect, survival cunning. But I'll give you a choice of those two.
Okay, then I'll go with intellect.
Okay. Target is 2. I
got 3 success.
Excellent. 1 excess success is not really a stunt to purchase, but it does count toward the degree of which you succeed. Happens fairly quickly. You find your dogs. Though they do not appear to be like your dogs, they are clean and brushed and almost, they're by your tree and they are waiting. Their very backs are straight, almost like true disciples, sitting in the waiting. And then you approach and they're just like, spark up, their tails stop wagging and they're just sitting there. No longer scruffy, no longer looking like mongrels, just refined gentleman puppers.
Well, that destroys my entire aesthetic. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to get cleaned up eventually, too. We'll cross that bridge. You know what, we'll jump off that bridge when we get to it. Alright, guys. Nice to see you shaped up. Looks like you've been following my regimen. It's time to go. Come on. We gotta go meet up with Gregor. You're gonna ride in the bus.
You say this, and then the one that was a bit more scrappy, the one that you had to punish before, speaks. Says, "Where are we going?"
Your name is Tiberius now. And I love you. You are in charge of your brethren.
I appreciate this honor, Master. I'm afraid that doesn't quite answer the question, though. Where are we going?
We're going west. We must deliver Gregor to California.
Ah, I know some of those words.
Fantastic. Then we shall go and join our chariot. Onwards!
He kind of gives a bark, and then the other dogs kind of follow behind him, following behind you, much like little path of ducklings.
I fucking adore that. That voice was so great. Master, where are we
they
going?
ranged from taller to smallest?
Almost comically so, yes.
I'm gonna take a second and be like, if
Your
you're taller
element
than the
leader is
dog in
muted
front of
color
you,
tab.
tap the shoulder and move ahead.
So, Majin, you are searching for Charles. You can kind of remember where his quote unquote his tree was. You know, the one that he was so upset about your eagle landing on. Charles, you have no idea where the fuck you're going. Your sense of direction is garbage. You are lost almost immediately. Luckily, Majin kind of spots you traveling completely opposite direction of where you needed to be. Majin, you see Charles walking with a bunch of dogs, just 4 or 5 dogs just following behind him. Small, tallest to shortest.
The fuck is this? Alright. Charles.
Oh, hey Majin. I'll come up.
Yeah.
This is Tiberius. These are my disciples. Tiberius is in charge of the disciples.
You can see
yeah, we're ready to go.
the dogs as Majin has called out. They sort of surrounded you, Charles, and almost like a battle formation, and they started to bark. But Tiberius, newly named Tiberius, began to bark, but it was a mixture of barking and human speech, from what you can hear. You can hear him just screaming like, "Back! Intruder! Intruder! Back! Back!" Majin, you hear this as well.
What the fuck was that?
What? Yeah, they know how to talk. What do you mean? Does your eagle not talk?
I whistle for my eagle.
Eagle lands, and you can hear the dogs again begin to bark, and you hear Tiberius just like, "Rodent! Rodent! Flying rodent! Kill! Murder!"
Good, Tiberius. Good.
Do you know how to talk, Lucille?
Eagle screech.
Okay.
Really teach him how to talk. Tiberius, can you teach a bird how to talk?
Rodent. Bearing
Well,
fangs,
calm
just staring
down,
at this.
Tiberius. Now, I was going to give you some fucking pets, but you're being real rude right now.
There's a wag of the tail, and it's just like pets.
Yeah, everyone, lay off, okay? They're our traveling companions.
They all kind of sit. Tails begin to wag at the word of pets.
Well,
Now, you need to make them work for their pets. That's the important part. So make sure you ask them to speak.
Yeah. Well, nice to meet y'all, Tiberius and the Fellowship, I guess.
Company. It's a company
Company?
of disciples. Yeah.
Okay. And they're all clean and groomed. Nice.
I know.
Clean.
I am now going to have to take better care of cleaning and grooming myself, apparently. I can't have the disciples be well kept if I'm not well kept, you know? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Meanwhile, Gregor, you are traveling by van through New York City. It sucks.
Yep.
But, you know, the calm is nice. For the past few days, it's been very strange, difficult to kind of keep up with. And the traffic of New York, you know, the honking is a little bit therapeutic almost. You know, you go a few feet, the light turns red again, and you just stop. And it's just forward and stop.
Yeah.
Forward and stop.
I have determined just now that Gregor is one of those angry drivers who's just, piece of shit. We've been sitting here for 3 seconds. That light has been green.
As you are upset about this, you hear a crash in the back of the van as the window breaks. Followed by the whooping and hollering and the yipping of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
Hello?
Where is he? Hi!
He's not in the van.
Oh, I thought I saw him get in. I'm so sorry.
Why did you break the window?
I was chasing, and I just kind of dove off of the, You know what? That's fair. I didn't think that one through.
Just get a seat, turn around. Take a seat.
He kind of just sits in the chair, the passenger seat, his feet kind of just up on the chair as well. He's hunched up like this, just hands on his knees. Just... Where are we going? This is not a quick
Central
means
Park.
of travel.
No, but it should work efficient. It should work efficiently, and it lets me keep most of my stuff. And helps me move.
Hopefully it gets better when you get out of the city. This place is so crowded.
Oh yeah, it definitely should. We'll hit a highway, and I imagine we can make it to California by the end of the month.
End of the month?
Well, yeah, reasonably I could do it in 3 days.
You are not adventurous, are you?
Well, I was gonna detour down to somewhere in Florida first. Some weird things have been happening, and I think that somewhere along the way from Florida we might find a lead.
You want some help with that? Like your whole not being fun thing?
Not particularly.
I feel like you need help with that. Like you gotta really live the adventure, like this journey. Like this part of the journey sucks. The traffic sucks, but you want some help with this? Like this is... I'm gonna help with this. Plucks out a hair, and you see him kind of like try to stuff it in the air conditioner vent.
Can I ask what you're doing?
You'll see. One day. Soon.
Okay. Is this going to turn into one of your shadow clones?
Oh god, I really hope not. Pretty sure he would die in the engine. Air conditioner leaves the engine, right?
I mean, I don't know the layout of this car, but it might lead near the engine block, but it won't go all the way into the engine. You'd have to go through the gas tank or just open the hood.
He'll find his way. He'll find his way. The hair is gone in the air conditioning unit.
God, my air conditioning unit is going to explode when the Sun Wukong activates. Good thing it's winter.
Sun Wukong's just kind of sitting there now, just...
Yeah.
And I could just leave a clone to drive and we could just go to Central Park.
I need to get near my house. Or near my apartment so I can move everything into my apartment. Listen, I'm not about to abandon this van. I just bought it. It was very expensive. And not that I don't trust you or your clones, but
I suppose you want that window fixed then.
Yes, please. If you have weird magic you can do that does that.
I can't do that. I don't craft things.
I hoped. I dared to hope.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. If you really want something, you gotta just seize it. You gotta grab for it, and then wrestle it to the ground and beat it into submission.
There's some jokes there that are too dark that I'm not going to touch.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like I should keep things PG for some reason. Some cosmic force tells me that I should.
Alright, well, we should swap stories to make this go by faster. Did I ever tell you the time about my first person I ate?
No, we have talked exactly 2 times.
Oh, well, this is an excellent chance to get to know one another. So in the beginning, there was this rock, and he starts to recite, you know, his life story.
Yeah. First 17 chapters of Journey to the West.
Yeah. Meanwhile, MAJIN and Charles, you guys following dogs out of Central Park.
Hey, Tiberius, you're good with directions, right?
Most of the hounds have a general sense of direction. Yes, master.
Good, good. I want you to find the one with the best sense of direction. They're going to be my guide dog.
All right, gentlemen. You heard the man. And you can see him kind of assemble in like a lineup and starts to bark. It's a very strange sight. The smallest one is essentially the one that has the greatest direction. It looks like a mix of some sort of terrier and... a terrier, and it looks like the fur is a bit fluffier. So maybe a terrier and a corgi, as awful as that would be.
I'm going to name you Bo.
He's just... head empty, no thought, just staring at you, tongue just...
Bo, your place shall be on my cloud.
Hops up into your arms, very excited, very happy.
I'll tell him to speak, and then after he speaks, I'll give him pets.
He barks. You pet him. You guys travel. You know, it's 2 tasks complete. Eventually, Gregor, you make it to the home. The rest of you guys meet Gregor at his apartment. Things begin to get loaded into the van. Sun Wukong is there,
hey,
Charles.
Were we gonna meet Jessica at Central Park? No, okay.
I think that was the plan, but moving story along, she can come here.
Okay.
Now, if we.
Sun Wukong rolls down the window, courteous enough. Gregor at this point just peeks out and he's like, "Who's Jessica?"
Oh, she's one of our friends from the orphanage. She got accepted to be a daughter of Artemis.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't like me.
No, she doesn't. I thought it was funny as hell.
Well, I mean, you guys are all, like, if you guys are trying to, have a last hurrah, that's kind of, I figured you guys were leaving tonight, or tomorrow morning, or today, I don't know, but before you guys leave, we should have a last, celebratory party before your lives get shitty.
Sounds great. Hey,
wait,
what
do you mean by that?
Where are some of my brothers and sisters?
Oh, yeah, I found one of them. One of them is in Oklahoma. I found one of them in Colorado. I found one of them in New Mexico. I found a set of twins that I should really talk to up in Nebraska.
Oklahoma, Colorado, New Mexico, and Nebraska.
Yeah.
All right, Bo, you have your assignments.
Why are 3 of them all in states that border each other?
I spent a lot of time in that region, I think.
Wasn't that around where you went running around like a giant puppy dog?
No, that was Georgia.
What?
That was due south.
That's en route.
I never did that.
No, that's due south.
Yeah, it could be on the way if you're heading north.
Colorado is not on the way from Georgia to here.
Okay.
You guys want to have a
I load up
last
my
hoorah?
Yeah, let's have a party.
I have just the place. Let's finish. I'll finish packing your shit. Let's get this done as soon as possible so we can drink.
Fair enough. All right, boys. Come on.
Did you get my
Let's
anklet?
get to it, disciples.
I see it on your ankle. That's why I called it an anklet. Like, it's supposed to be on your...
Yeah. The collar? Yeah.
I mean...
It's a shot collar. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's a shot collar. I mean, but you gotta learn, you little shit.
Oh man. That was something else.
Yeah, great sage greater than heaven? Absolutely not. We gotta work on that. You gotta work your way up to that shit.
I'm gonna fucking destroy this bureaucracy.
All his siblings get one?
What's that?
Did all the brothers and sisters get a anklet?
Oh, make no mistake, I haven't talked to any of those idiots.
Oh.
I mean, I gotta, but you know, I'll get to it eventually. They're not quite ready yet.
You can
They're
have
not...
your visitation while we're out visiting them.
Yeah, it's not like it's like cookies. If you take them out of the oven too early, they're all squishy and soft.
Are they all training in monasteries and stuff?
Ha ha ha.
Well, I mean, at least you know where they are, I guess. So
Yeah, that's a plus.
Wait, hold on. When you say they're in these states, you said the state, not like a town in the state.
Yeah.
Do you only know what state they're in?
Well, I can't imagine we stay in place for too terribly long. It's probably easier just to narrow it down to a state.
That's the one. That's the reason. Right there.
Okay.
Not because you didn't look any further into it.
I care about all my children. I would always try to hunt down their cities, and I'd even go as far as to try to figure out what apartment buildings they lived in. Stop being boring. Let's get this shit done so we can drink. God, what's wrong with you guys? You guys are bummers.
I was waiting
What
on
happened?
the disciples to get to work.
Yeah.
He plucks hairs, and you know, you eventually have a Sun Wukong moving service, and you know the residents of this apartment complex are like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
We're doing the hood rat shit. Leave us alone.
There are two boxes that effectively I'm going to move in. It's not a big amount of stuff I'm moving in anyways, and I'm leaving the furniture. Except for the cot, I'll fold that up just in case. That might come in handy.
If we're leaving the furniture, do we have any, like... Is there any issue with me just rolling the furniture down the fire escape if we're leaving it anyways? Like, is that okay? Can I do that? Like, would you start chewing me out and Majin start chanting mantras and shit at me?
Sure. Roll it down the fire escape. If you break the fire escape, though...
I'm going to roll it off the fire escape.
If you break the fire escape, though, you're paying for it.
Yeah, if they prove that I broke the fire escape, I will pay for it.
No,
All right, cool.
You don't. No, it's
I'm
going out
going to
my window.
throw-
You are paying for it if you break that fire escape.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, are you rolling the TV off?
We're not taking the TV.
Technically furniture. You wanted to roll the furniture. I need to make sure.
I said all the furniture, but I meant all the furniture you weren't going to keep.
Okay.
Why are we throwing it out?
Because
I
I
don't
want
know.
to see it hit the ground.
I was going to leave it here because the con was going to keep this place open for me, but apparently he wants to destroy my couch. I'm inclined to let
Well, listen, I was asking,
How about
okay?
we
If
just-
you don't want
we
me to
just
do it.
donate it, you know, to somebody that could use it or something, you know.
Or we leave it
Like
here.
the homeless community
Or we leave it
that
here.
are outside.
Or we leave it here. Anyway,
Fine, whatever. We'll
being
just
careful
finish
with
moving.
we're being careful with the PS5 and the box
Yes.
that holds notes and and the two occult items that have recently showed up in my apartment. I'm not letting Sun Wukong handle those, or Charles. MAJIN can take the PS5 if he doesn't mind.
You guys pack all your stuff. You guys keep the things that you want not damaged out of the way of Sun Wukong and Charles. There are a few moments where you need to recite the mantra MAJIN, where Charles gets a bit overzealous. You know, he tosses a couch off the thing. It starts with a chair, and then he starts to, you know, go like a microwave, and then it gets excessively bigger and bigger, and you kind of have to chant the mantra to get him to just chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Once everything's in, cool. We can go do the thing.
All right, all done. Do you want to invite your friend? You should call her.
Yeah.
I'll call her. I'll call Jessica.
Give her a call, and hear her on the other end. What?
Hey, you want to hang out? We're going to have a soiree before we leave New York.
You guys are allowed to leave New York?
What? Absolutely. We're the best.
Didn't the police, like, tell you not to leave New York?
Nope. They called us later, and they were like, yeah, you guys are good to go. You're not wanted for questioning or anything.
That doesn't make any sense. You guys were literally found at the scene of, like, a cult murder. Like, group suicides.
Yeah, but we've also been tasked with journeying out of New York.
Didn't you confess to killing somebody?
I don't know what you're talking about. You want to come to a party?
Charles.
You can't prove that in court.
Charles, I'm fairly certain the police took a statement down.
No, I don't think they did.
You were crying.
I don't think you can prove that.
I believe your exact words were, I didn't expect his skull to shadow like a lemon drop.
No, I said a melon, first of all. Second of all, are you coming to a party or not?
Sure. Where is it?
Fantastic. Hey, Dad, where is it?
Just tell him to come here.
Oh, meet us at insert address here. Gregor,
Sure.
what's the address?
I'll be there shortly. Thanks for passing along that address.
I don't know. It wasn't plot relevant until right now.
Guys, before the stream, we decided that we picked out an address. We picked out in a whole apartment complex.
I know.
Yeah. So we'll just say that Gregor told me that.
Top notch. The best people.
My terrible sense of directions makes this canonical that I don't remember these things.
Fair. Eventually, Jessica and a group of the Daughters of Artemis show up, all wearing various, hunting attire. Some of them are in casual civilian clothing. All of them are carrying some sort of alcoholic beverage, either in a what looks like an ancient glass with a cork. Some of them carry what looks like a drinking horn. Others, a leather wine skin. Others just have a box of Yingling. They heard party and they came to party. Jessica kind of waves.
Would have preferred Hefeweizen, but Yingling's okay, I guess.
Where the fuck do you think we are, Charles?
In New York, where you can go to any pub and get a fucking Hefeweizen?
A Hefeweizen. Not a crate. Not like a
I'm
barrel.
Sure you can just ask them to buy a keg.
We're not going to buy a keg.
What, you don't want to tap a keg?
You gave me the address to apartment complexes that are basically studio apartments. I have no idea how we're going to fit all these people in the studio apartment. Unless it's a street party.
This is just where we're meeting up.
Sun Wukong kind of jumps out of the van and is like, "Hi!" You can see Jessica's face just drop and go, "Ah. Fun. Partying with
Jessica,
your dad."
Dad, Jessica. Also my disciples. Tiberius.
Good evening,
This is
madam.
Jessica.
Jessica kind of looks at him and is like, "Okay. MAJIN, good to see you.
His ego still doesn't talk. He's a little self-conscious about it, so be touchy on this subject.
Animals
Gregor?
aren't supposed to talk. At least
What?
not the human language.
Hi. Do you
Plenty of
remember
animals
me
speak
now?
the human language.
Jessica kind of looks at you, Gregor, and just does everything you told me yesterday.
Face notably drops. Okay.
I'm
Everybody
sorry,
else
buddy.
forgot. Everybody else forgot about me. I was hoping that it was something related to that. Do you mind if I get your path that you took north?
Are you alright? This got real depressing.
Yeah, let's...
I will be if you give me your path that you took north. I think you might have had a run-in with these cultists.
You can see one of the females goes over to you, Charles, and just kind of is eyeballing you.
Hi!
Fucks around your ankle.
Oh, well, you see, that's
I
my
start
shot
saying
caller.
What's that?
I started saying it.
I'm gonna fall into her arms.
She catches you. You know, you kind of seize up.
Wingman.
You have such beautiful eyes.
Just sitting there.
My legs just spasming out.
She kind of looks at you for a second and then just drops you like, what the fuck is that?
It's my Wukong caller for whenever I get out of hand, one of our party can say a mantra and just, basic. Have you ever seen Inuyasha? It's kind of like that, like the whole sit boy thing. Yeah.
Neat.
No, it's not. It's fucking terrible.
Do it again.
As requested.
I'm gonna grab her right over her knee and just Charlie horse the fuck out of her
Ow,
leg.
ow, 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 ow. She starts hitting you with this like little leather strap she's got attached to her belt and just, no.
I'm locked like this. As long as you speak in the mantra, we're stuck.
You know, if this interaction, like, the girls are rowdy. They're not, you know, the high school or the college, like, you know, giggle and smirk nonsense. These girls are hardened warriors, and like some of them size you up, MAJIN, and they're just kind of like, so you're a friend, you're the Scion of the Great Khan, right?
That's what I was told.
Look a little small to be a demigod.
Yeah, well, size isn't all that matters.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, champ. And they kind of punch you in the arm. They offer you a beer. Like, Wukong is just like trying to mingle, and like they're all just like, don't touch me, monkey man. You know, it's very quickly turning into like a sidewalk party. People walking by are just kind of like confused, but you know, every once in a while, like someone will just force a Yingling into some random stranger's hand. It's interesting. Sun Wukong is like, is this everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Quickest way there. He kind of steps out of the group and takes this little, what looks like a safety pin or a needle from behind his ear. It grows very quickly into the staff that you've seen him with before. Gives it a twirl, and then you see him do almost like a kata, a martial arts kata with this bow staff. Sun Wukong is not a refined individual, but in this moment you can see the mastery and you can see the divine nature. He is not a flea-ridden monkey. He is indeed a great sage. He practices the kata fluidly. He balances on the staff itself, using it as an extra limb almost. In this moment, Sun Wukong looks more like a god than you have ever encountered. There's a final strike as the staff, he thrusts forward in the air. He pushes forward and then flips it over his right shoulder, stopping it with his left arm. And it stops. It whacks into nothing. The air splits. And reality is torn. A portal is created. Very temporary. He starts to usher everyone in. It's like, go, 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 go! Quick, before it closes. You can only stay it for like 5 minutes.
As soon as it opens, I'm gonna dive through.
Difficult to do, as the women are kind of rushing through. It's this beautiful gold. You can't really see what's beyond it. unfortunately, you know, he was... You guys have had enough encounters with him. You'd probably gather that, you know, he stepped away from the group and stepped away from you guys and was trying to look, maybe perhaps show off for the girls, right? You guys will end up being the last 3 through, as the women kind of rush through and kind of stands there triumphantly, walks in with one of them, and as you guys approach the portal, Gregor, an icy chill on the back of your neck. This moment, you guys see Gregor stop, and his skin go very pale, sweat begin to bead on his brow. What do you guys do?
Either of you feel that?
No. Come on. I'm going to grab him by the hand and pull him along.
Charles, you touch him. That same icy chill runs down your spine.
Don't like that. Let go.
It's too late. Gregor, Charles, you guys can feel... well, I should ask MAJIN. Both of your friends look horrified, frozen in fear.
Let's go. The fuck y'all doing?
Here. I'm going to touch MAJIN's hand.
So you touch MAJIN's hand. You touch MAJIN. The moment you touch MAJIN, there's a cold chill down your spine. All of you guys notice, you know, Charles basically turning to the misery loves company. The sky, you know, the sunset was happening, but now it is so dark. Clouds, and thunder, and lightning. You look toward the sky, and it is bleak, a storm. It begins to rain. Not water, but what can only be identified truly as blood. Crimson and dark.
What are the pedestrians doing?
There are no pedestrians.
Oh.
There are no cars. The city is empty. New York is finally silent. All of you hear, breaking that silence, the sound comes from behind you.
What the fuck is behind me?
You guys turn. There's a looming creature that reaches with long, terrible fingers as it wraps around one of the skyscrapers of New York. It begins to snap as it crawls forward. Its many eyes, unfathomable. This creature's form consistently changing. You swear it's purple or pink. The color is ever changing. Tentacles ring the waist. You swear you see Satyr's hooves. And a long beard. So it looms and watches over New York. What would you guys like to do?
Is the van still here?
Van is gone.
Got it. That way. Whichever way is away from that thing. Let's go.
Do you think if I beat that, I would be better than Sun Wukong? Do you think I could beat
Charles, come on!
Portal's still there.
Oh, there's a portal there?
Driving right through the fucking portal.
Yeah!
Let's go through the portal.
Hopping on the nope train to fuck that Ville.
You guys, you know, you had the moment of Charles like, huh. And you guys kind of grab Charles, and as you guys grab him, this thing starts to reach down, looming forward. You guys dive through the portal into a beautiful scene, really. The mountains are gorgeous. You know, the sleek stone with beautiful trees with pink leaves. There are peaches everywhere, flowers and fruits everywhere, along with a plethora of monkeys. that seem to be already beginning to pour liquor and wine and all manner of alcohol. There is a nice, beautiful oasis, a nice little lake or pond where monkeys are lounging and sort of bathing. Wukong has...
Is it like a hot spring?
Almost. There's mist springing off, but you can't really tell the temperature. Wukong has dove in. He is butt-ass naked at this point. You catch a glimpse of monkey ass, and he disappears into the pond. Jessica kind of punches you guys each individually in the shoulder, and is just like, "You didn't tell me Wukong like had a paradise. Like, I would have been more inclined to talk to him."
Yeah, this is where he lives. What do you think the Mountains of Peach were about? Like, anyways, I think it's about time to go swimming.
We're not just gonna fucking ignore that. All right.
No, I am 100% gonna ignore that along with the rest of my problems.
I have a
You know
big
me by
question.
now.
Are we still covered in blood because it was raining blood?
You guys are drenched in rainwater.
Oh, okay. Shit. He fucking broke the... God damn it. Yeah.
Alright.
That was... That... Do we want to talk about it, Imagine?
Jessica's still standing there just like, talking about what?
I'm taking my
Cultist
clothes off.
shit.
I'm about to go swim.
Charles, you're like a brother to me. Please put some sort of swimming trunks.
Find me swimming trunks here, okay?
You could at least wait, like get a loincloth or something.
You're like
Charles,
my
you could at least
sister.
have kept
It's
your
not-
underwear on.
This is nothing. What are you talking about? People go skinny dipping all the time. Quit making it weird.
You can see
Charles, you could have at least kept your underwear on.
a
Absolutely
pair of the
not.
daughters of Artemis kind of walk by. They see Charles naked. One of them kind of laughs, and the other one points and is like, "Told you that he had a tail," and then they continue on.
I'm gonna grab my ass. Do I have a tail?
No.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna go swimming. I'm gonna repress that too.
I don't know which is more disturbing, shadow monsters or comments about my dick.
I don't know how to handle any of it, so I'm just gonna go swimming. I'm gonna go skinny dipping now.
You guys see
Oh
Charles
my
dive into
God.
the water naked. The only thing on is, do you keep the red bandana on?
Yeah.
The only thing on him is the red bandana and that beautiful golden anklet.
Mhm. Fuck.
You know, it occurs to me that in the wrong circumstances, that mantra could get him killed. Like, if you started saying it right now, I'm not saying do it, but like that's actually kind of messed up.
No, I'm gonna wait until he's like diving into the pool midair. I'll wait then.
Do it for like a second while I'm in the air and then let go once
Yeah.
I hit the water.
Anyways, so
I'm gonna
you
conquer my fear of death with this fucking anklet.
so you want to talk about it, Imagine? That vision? So that's what I've been having for several days now.
Not really, even though we should.
Okay.
Did Jessica
Well-
find? Did you find anything about that shit? About those cultists?
I'm still waiting on words from the police, honestly, and we're looking into
Actually,
it.
I
But
got a bone to pick. You fucking snitch.
what are you talking about?
I called you, and you called the police.
There were dead bodies, Majin. We're not above the law.
I called you.
Charles was
and you
crying, saying he
snitched.
killed somebody.
Didn't call a psychiatrist. I don't know.
He had a
You don't-
dagger. It was self-defense. It wasn't like he
call
was
the
going to
police.
jail. We're not above the law, Majin.
I'm not. I obviously. That's why I didn't want you to call the police.
There were. What did you want me to do with the bodies?
I don't know. You're a hero.
Wait, you started killing them afterwards?
No, they started killing themselves. We were just knocking them out to stop them from killing themselves.
I don't know. That old woman, nasty bruise. I don't know if she was going to make it for a minute there.
Is she strong enough?
Okay. That was a weird day.
What are you guys complaining about? What did you guys see? What do you mean? What did you see?
Another vision. New York, empty, raining blood, giant tentacle monster this time. Well, it had cloven hooves. It looked like a satyr for a moment there. It had a beard, but it also had tentacles. It was the size of a skyscraper. I don't know.
It was raining blood and shit. It didn't fucking happen until Charles grabbed onto me.
Yeah, so I anticipate it was, so that tells me that it's, well, it did start raining. It didn't look, I don't think it looked like rain before.
Oh, the whole fucking weather changed.
He said it didn't happen until Charles touched you?
Well, it happened to me first. Charles touched me, and then Charles touched him.
Maybe it's some sort of shared hallucination?
I think it's the
touch?
cult. I think it's the cult. They probably did something to me. And these visions are probably meant to either drive me crazy or, I don't know, maybe it's a torture method.
And then you got that fucking necklace you found in your oven. Who the fuck puts that shit in your oven?
I don't know. These guys are... Listen, if it is the corpse eaters of Legge, I realistically, or Lend, whichever. Hold on. This is actually gonna drive me insane.
Legge.
If it is the corpse eaters of Legge who we're dealing with, then realistically we need to figure out what they're doing. Alternatively, that they just got that, and the whole point was to make us think and throw us off your actual trail, which is why, Jessica, please, what path did you take north? Because you were first affected.
Yeah, I'll give you my path. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get with that. I mean, no offense, man, but your life sounds fucked.
I don't know what's going on. Everybody forgot I existed yesterday. And... because I was at the scene with the cultists, and then I vanished, and everybody forgot I don't know what's happening.
You vanished?
Yeah.
Yeah, he grabbed a buck and fucking disappeared and shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember you telling me that.
He didn't remember me. He forgot I existed.
Fucking what? Yeah, about time you showed up. I fucking forgot why I was there in the first place.
Okay, so how did you spring back into existence?
So I think I was going to be chosen as a Scion of something, but I committed suicide, so it threw me just into the void. And then these two, I think I used them as an anchor to come back.
Me and Charles was at a fucking bar in the bathroom, and this motherfucker started climbing out the fucking mirror.
Oh, like the Grudge, or like the Ring.
Yeah. I broke the mirror because it freaked me out, and he started putting the pieces together. He climbed out, butt-ass naked, with blood and a book.
Yeah, I lost everything but the book. So,
dude,
I think
this sounds like Titan spawn nonsense.
Exactly.
No
I
offense,
think the cult
but I don't think the police need to keep you as a suspect. I think Scion's got to keep an eye on you.
God damn it, Jessica! Come on now,
dude. What do you want me to say? He crawled out of a mirror, broken and bleeding.
Look,
he ceased to exist, and everyone forgot who he was.
We don't need everyone on our ass. All right.
All right.
The Scions are probably already pissed of fucking what went down. We don't need them on our ass anymore.
Yeah, it's just
fine. All right, we'll keep it between us. But I'm just saying, Gregor, you you should look into your family history, man. Like, I know that, like, orphan, but you should trace back your lineage. Something's got to exist. Like, there's got to be, there's always a path you can follow. You know, I found my parents, and, you know, that didn't work out great, but I did find them afterwards. You know, it takes a while, but you should look into your shit. You sound like you might have some troubles.
Yeah, that's one avenue I want to take, but I think first getting out of the city, because the cult obviously has power here. Second, finding wherever they hit you. Maybe there's more answers there. Then third, just getting away right now would be wise.
All right, enough of this shit.
You're right. There's a party. We're partying.
Yeah, that's healthy. Real healthy, guys. Just suppress all the emotions, suppress all the trauma. No, that's great.
Listen. At a certain point, you need to get blasted, and I walk away.
Sun Wukong.
I'm not even going. I'm not going to. Yeah, just go ahead.
Sun Wukong is leaning up against Charles. You know, both of them are butt ass naked. They're sharing a bottle. You know, the ladies are drinking and, strangely enough, mingling with the monkeys. You know, enjoying some of the fruits that are on the trees. Charles, Sun Wukong kind of looks at you. His arm around your shoulder, and is just like, "Yeah, no." So what I'm saying is, like, it's not he's already appears to be blasted. He's already drank bucket loads, and he's just like, so what I'm saying is, like, it's not meant to be a collar necessarily. It's just supposed to be like training wheels. I mean, okay, that came out wrong. Like, it's supposed to be for, like, patience and stuff. It's a lesson I had to learn. Moderation, you know?
What? That's trash. Come on. Who needs moderation?
I know. And that's what I said at first, too. But, you know, I realized, you know, mine was on my head, splitting headaches, right? Every other day. Then I realized...
You put it on your head?
It was a crown. I was popped onto my head. It was like... It's not important.
Ooh.
The point is, I realized the mantra was symbolic, okay? Like, you know, all these urges are symbolic of a greater problem, you know? Like, we are so carefree as a humanity. We give in to every terrible urge, every bad thought, and then your life is fucked, man. Then you fuck everyone's life up. You know, it's symbolic, you know? You gotta... some sort of moderation. You can't just do everything you want. Then you got problems.
What? But you're gonna have problems anyway, so why not do what you want?
I mean, you create less problems if you limit yourself a little bit, you know?
You think so?
I don't know, man. I'm blasted. Drink some of this.
Yeah.
You drink some of this. It tastes like straight up just rubbing alcohol. Like, just imbibing paint thinner. You guys drink. You guys carouse. Is there anything of note you guys want to do during this?
No.
I'm gonna conquer something. Drinking contest. I'm gonna beat somebody in something.
Excellent. There's a
I want to be challenging people to arm wrestling matches.
There's a smaller first thing is, like, Sun Wukong, like, you want a drinking contest? I'll give you a drinking contest. That guy, he points to a monkey, this little orangutan, just like sitting there with a gourd. He's like, he'll drink anyone under the table. He'll fuck your world up, man. Go ahead, try it. Go ahead.
Does he know how to speak?
Ted? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he looked more like Steve, but okay. I asked because people who live near orangutans have this firm belief, like, no matter who it is, if they live near orangutans, they believe orangutans can speak, but don't on purpose because they know that we would put them into, like, slavery or make them pay taxes.
Ted wanders up and is like, it's actually very true. You know, most of us can speak even without divine intervention. We just kind of keep quiet because then we know you'll put us to fucking work. Drinks from the gourd.
Yeah, see, Ted gets it.
Yeah, I'm not about that
Have you met
shit.
Tiberius?
What's that?
You met Tiberius?
Yeah, no, he's over there, and you can see Tiberius is just like being pet by everybody. He's very clearly has puked a little bit, probably from drinking. But he, Ted the orangutan looks at you, Majin, and says, "What's this here about you trying to drink with me under the table?"
All right, I'm not an intelligent man, but I do understand body portions, So if we're gonna do this fair equally, then it has to be proportionate to your body size. All right.
I know some of those words. You want a drink or not?
Fuck it. Let's do it.
You sit down with Ted. I'm gonna call for a roll. You choose what skill. This will be just a 1 and out, basically. I could see an argument being made for medicine. I can see an argument being made for culture.
What about survival?
Survival makes sense to me. What's that, Gregor?
You use a momentum.
You guys could you can use momentum. You have a pool of 4.
Use a momentum. I'm okay if you use a momentum on this. This is an important role for you.
Okay. Yeah, if
I think we need
gets back.
Yeah.
But I will use survival.
This is gonna be if you're just trying to outlast him, or you can just try to you can again. A drinking contest is usually just outlasting, but you can be a little bit sneaky with this too. You can, know. All right.
No, I'm honor bound. Resilience.
Honor bound it
Survival,
is.
Resilience.
Go ahead and give me resolve.
Well, dude, god damn it. Okay.
What were you hoping for?
Stamina.
No, that makes sense. That makes more sense. I'm sorry. I'm thinking. I'm blending systems again. Stamina makes a little bit more sense. So go ahead and give me stamina and survival.
Is this you trying to outdrink the orangutan, Ted?
Yeah. Are you good with me using a momentum?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Isn't it weird that the orangutans has the same name as that guy we beat the shit out of?
I wasn't gonna point it out because I'm fairly certain that it's an inside joke that some Wukong thinks is funny.
Because it's funny.
The result of your roll, Majin.
4 successes and then the momentum.
How much do you want to spend on the momentum?
It's just 1, right? Yeah, just 1.
That'll grant you an.
Go ahead. Use 4 or 2. Yeah, use 2.
I'm good with 2.
Yeah.
All right. So
go ahead and use half of it specifically.
Momentum. You're adding dice to the roll, so 1 per die. So you could realistically dump all 4 and you just roll 4 extra die, or you can just keep the 2 and just roll the 2 extra die. But again, it has to be agreed on by everybody.
I think 2 should be sufficient, right?
Yeah,
right now.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so roll 2 die.
Yeah, roll 2 more die.
All right. So I did, and I got a 10.
Keep going.
A 10 and an 8 after I wrote that 10 again.
Excellent. So 10 and 8. 8 is your target number, so 2 more.
So
3 more successes.
6. Yeah.
Excellent. 6 successes. Compared to the orangutan, I would say 3 rounds he's in and he's floppy. 4th round, he's blasted and already starting to puke. You're still good to go. At this point, you know, everyone is mingling, everyone's having a great time. Charles, you're getting some really good quality time in with your dad. And he looks
What does that look like? I'm not familiar.
God damn it, Charles. Same though.
That was from me as a player.
Yeah, same though. You guys, he kind of drunkenly stumbles over to you. You've had a few drinks. Do you get Majin obviously getting drunk. Gregor, you've made the statement of sometimes you just gotta get blasted. I'm assuming you're getting drunk as well. Charles, are you also getting drunk?
Without any reserve to my own personal
well-being.
Well-being.
Charles, Sun Wukong goes over to you, puts his arm around you. You can feel his tail wrap around your waist as well, and he just kind of leans over like, "You want to see something cool? Come on, I gotta show you something."
All right.
Yes.
Hell yeah! What was in that? What was that liquor you gave me earlier?
Oh, that shit's fucked, dude. You're gonna be blasted for like at least another 48 hours. Oh,
fantastic! Let's go.
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna show you something cool. You guys walk, and you know, you guys have a conversation as you walk. It's quiet, and the sun is beginning to set. It's cool on this mountain. It's nice, and it's at good temperature. And he starts to talk, and he says, "You know, I don't think I'm a hard ass, and I'm really sorry about the call. I really am sorry about the caller, right? I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did, you know? I do want you to succeed, and I want you to be better than I was, you know? So I'm really sorry about the caller. I thought it would be funny. Okay. Admittedly, I thought it would be a little funny, and
admittedly a little funny.
Yeah, and you know, I feel bad because I feel like I keep fucking up. Like, you were supposed to be in a temple, and then, you know, you almost fucking died from eating the peach, and you know, you still don't have a tail, and I don't know if that's my fault either. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm fucking everything about this up. And then between you and me, that's why I haven't gone to talk to the other kids. I don't want to fuck them up either.
Okay, well then, from a kid's standpoint, the effort, is more than enough. It's the you taking the step in that means anything. It doesn't matter. Since I came out of everything okay, it doesn't matter that I almost died eating the peach. That, you know, the whole orphanage thing. I made great friends in that. I wouldn't change how I was brought up at all if I could, because this is the me that my friends care for, and if that's good enough for them, then it should be good enough for me. So, I mean, I think you're fine to put my hand on his shoulder and be like, just go out there and give them affection. And that's, you know, I think that's what's really important. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, man. Like I said, I don't know how to do this. And, you know, I don't even know technically, I read parenting books, you know, this is exactly what not to do, apparently. You shouldn't be dumping shit on your kids. But, dude, who else am I going to dump it on? Who else can understand between, I'm fucking you up. So who else gets that besides you, who's being fucked up?
No one. I think that's part of the beauty of our connection between parent and child. That's what's unique about us.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's cool. Yeah, I wasn't there for your first steps, and, you know, yeah, I wasn't there for your first words. But, you know, now we can be bros, you know? We're both adults. I'm a little older, probably a couple thousand years or two, but, you know, you're what, 20, 25, 26?
22.
Shit. See? Fuck. Kinda just slams his hands on his knees. I don't know, man. I want you to know I'm working on it, and I'm gonna be better, you know? It's just gonna take a little bit. This is very, very new. But anyway,
that's fine. We're all coming through to some new experiences, you know, like me with this whole surprise you're a god thing, and then like you with the dad thing. And
yeah,
I think it's fine.
And Gregor with whatever, you know, Majin's dad.
I have no idea.
And I talk a little bit, and he came over after. I guess you guys brought you breakfast. See, like that seems like something I should have done, you know. Brought breakfast and been like, oh, hi.
Is that why you wanted to have the party? You got jealous and you wanted to have the party to do your own thing?
Yeah, I don't do honorable meals. I do fucking fun, dude. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good party though, right?
Just get loaded up and everything.
Yeah,
I think
that's a dad thing, right?
Points.
I don't know, man. But no, I wanted I wanted to show you something because like I said, I want you to not have to make all my mistakes, and that means I want you to be. I mean, as shitty as it sounds, I want you to be better than me, right? So I wanted to show you like who I actually am. Like, does that make sense? That's why we came over here, away from the people. That's gonna freak everybody out.
Yeah, well, sure.
But it's
like
also
you as an individual and you not as as God Dad, you know?
Yeah, kind of. But I also wanted to show you a tool that you could probably eventually have in your tool belt because admittedly, it's the worst aspect of myself and it's me at my absolute worst, but it's also a really good weapon to use. Because sometimes you got to be a shithead.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I fully agree with you.
You see, he kind of hands you his staff. He's like, hold this. And it's incredibly heavy. He's like, he stands up on the edge of a little rocky outcrop, overlooking the mists of the mountains and whatnot. He just kind of ruffles your hair and is like, one day, son, this will all be yours. Everything the light touches.
What about that dark shadowy place?
I mean, it's dark right now, but, everything the light touches. He's like, all right, well, let's do this. And he jumps off of the mountain, down into the mists. And then you see...
Am I supposed to follow him?
As you're having this contemplative thought, you see Wukong begins to grow. This terrifying armored form, 3-headed monkey with glowing red eyes. This terrible demonic monkey war form. It is fire and rage. It is terrifying to behold. But there's a little twinge in your heart where you're like, Dad.
That's cool as shit. Like, I'm more than 90% sure my dad could beat the brakes off of a lot of people.
You see, he kind of leans down, and again, it's horrifying. This triple-headed monkey just leaning down with just terrible elongated fangs that are the size of the trees that you're standing next to. And he's like, says in this deep, gruff voice, just, yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to show you. This is me at my absolute worst, and I don't think that I can really get any worse than this. So I want you to understand that no matter what happens, I promise that this is as bad as it's going to get.
Okay, then I just have to become good enough to handle you at your worst then, right?
That is so fucking sweet. I love you so goddamn much. Come here. He starts to lean down for a hug, and thankfully he shrinks as he reaches down. And there's a fond moment between Sun Wukong and the Scion, Charles Leon. Over at the party, Gregor and MAJIN, still drinking, still enjoying yourselves. You guys have noticed Charles is missing somewhere. But really, how far can he get on this mountain? It's a singular mountain. He can't go far, can he? He didn't bring his cloud, right?
He didn't jump off, did he?
He didn't fall off, did he? Did he? Oh no. Oh no, where did he go? Wait, is Sun Wukong around?
There are several Sun Wukong clones just flirting with women. It's like, so, you know I'm a god, right?
Yeah, but they're obviously clones, yeah?
It's difficult to tell.
Oh, no.
Breaking up all of their game, interrupting them. Are you the real Sun Wukong?
It's difficult to tell, but you go up close and personal, talk to them like, are you the real Sun Wukong? And they're like, they turn a little bit too quickly, and there's like a golden mist that just like fades away and then snaps back to their face. They are clearly a clone. You know, they're all blasted, so they're all barely keeping it together. You have the feeling that if they get too drunk, they're just going to turn into mist.
He's not here.
Okay, he's probably with Charles.
Yeah, probably.
Jessica kind of leans over. Is that better or worse that they're together and missing?
At least he can make it back.
You want some of this? I stole this off of Wukong's belt.
Hey, Dad, you want to blow up a mountain?
No.
What was that, Charles?
Hey, Dad, you want to blow up a mountain?
Do I?
No, I don't want anything from Sun. I don't want anything stolen from Sun Wukong. I feel like it's probably just 100 proof.
You guys, eventually, you drink, you start to fall asleep, and then you hear this terrible just as if a mountaintop has been blown to pieces.
Yeah, not really phased. That's like the most mundane thing that's happened to me.
You guys all eventually fall asleep, all eventually drunkenly going to bed. And you wake the next morning. Gregor, there were no dreams here. There were no nightmares. MAJIN, you wake up. Patch of grass, surrounded by monkeys and daughters of Artemis. There's an intense fear as you realize that laying next to you is Jessica. Though you guys are fully clothed, so you double check and you're like, please God, no. Everything looks fine. Then you turn over and there's a monkey and there's that same fear. Everything seems fine. Gregor, you kind of wake to the same thing next to some daughters of Artemis and monkeys, and you're like, please, please no. Not like this.
I don't need this problem. I don't need this problem. I've got other ones.
Charles is still nowhere to be found.
Yeah, just... They're sleeping people. Yelling his name isn't wise. He probably is in a tree, if he's anywhere. Because that's where I always find him.
Charles...
He gotta come back eventually.
You guys see Tiberius sort of rushing around, sniffing at people. Comes over to you and says, "Where is the master?"
With his dad, probably.
Where is his father?
I don't know. There was a loud explosion last night, probably near there.
Go sniff him out.
I'm trying. Meanwhile, we join Charles. Charles, you and your father blew up a piece of a mountain. Then you guys fell asleep. You wake up, and you are beneath the top portion of a mountain. Almost like a blanket.
Oh.
Your arms are free. It's your ribs, your legs, your torso. It's basically covered by this mountain. You can move your arms and your head.
This is nice. Am I hungover or still drunk?
Still drunk.
Fantastic. At least I don't have to deal with the hangover headache with this fucking mountain on me.
Yeah. You have mountain on you. You cannot move.
Yeah, I'm gonna try crawling my way under the mountain, like digging the dirt out from underneath me with my arms.
You dig, and then the mountain, like it's a mountaintop. It hasn't. There's no root. There's no, slow formation of sediment and rock. You begin to kind of dig, and it starts to just. Every time you dig, you just get lower, and you're like, fuck.
Well, guess I'm just gonna try and move this mountain off of me.
I say mountaintop, but because it is a mountaintop, it's not a full. You're not crushed under a mountain. It is still a large bit of rock and stone. But
After a while, can I start saying a mantra in hopes to hear his screams to find him?
Yes. Yes. You say the mantra, and you're in the vicinity enough to where, Charles, your leg starts to seize up. You scream out. Gregor and MAJIN, you guys can hear his screams.
Which direction did that come from? There's an echo.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know.
This
Do it
is
again.
Me trying to get the mom off of me, and then suddenly not being able to move.
You guys
Do it again.
Keep doing it, and you eventually find MAJIN through basically echolocation of screams. Charles is sitting there under a mountain. The top portion, his pectorals and the shoulder blades are free in his head, and he's just kind of staring. His leg is seized up.
You can stop now. Just sort of that crouch. What you doing, buddy?
Trying to get a mountain off me, buddy.
Where's your dad?
Oh,
think
no,
you
I'm
did.
still pretty drunk.
Where's your dad?
Who the fuck knows, man? I've slept since then. I don't even know exactly where I am.
How the fuck did you do this?
No, we decided to blow up mountains.
My dad used his laser eyes.
Okay. So you dig. So what did you do when you woke up?
I tried digging myself out by digging away the dirt that's underneath me, hoping that the ground around me, as it became this little recess, would support the mountain enough for me to just crawl out.
Okay.
Needless to say, that's not going according to plan.
Well, at least the anklet works still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank God for that.
We should
That's
probably
fine.
find.
We're gonna have to find a better way of you guys tracking me down, because that's not gonna fly. What if I was in a fight for my life and you were doing that shit?
So I would, but I don't think GPS would work here.
You can see a little golden monkey, probably the same one that was sitting on your shoulder, Charles, but a couple days ago, sitting on top of this small mountain. It's more of a rocked hill, right? Sitting on top of it with this little paper talisman, holding it.
Hey, what are you doing with that? No.
He sets it on top of the mountain and then scampers around and out of sight.
Come
What
back!
was that? What was that? What is that?
No, that's a talisman. If it has anything to do with the fucking collar my dad left, this is gonna be a shitty day.
Is it readable?
It's way up.
I don't know. I can't see it from here.
You'd have to basically hike up that hill.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second.
I'll do it. You try to find a rock. If the mountain keeps compressing when we dig them out, if we put a rock there, we could probably create a spot so we could slip them out.
More importantly, you guys need to go on a diet or something, because this is fucking painful.
What?
Yeah, you guys are on the fucking hill now, right? The hill that's on top of me?
No, that was set before he went up.
You guys travel
He
up.
tries to find rock.
You guys travel up the hill. The talisman is in what looks like Chinese.
reach for a scrap of paper, copy it as best I can, walk back down the hill. Can you read this?
I will try using the rock to like try and leverage in there while they're up on the hill. But
it is a minor imbuement of extra weight.
Awesome.
Seems the monkey found it funny.
It's a minor imbuement of extra weight on top of this hilltop that is on me.
I'll hike back up right quick. Imagine if you want to find a bigger rock to, like, we can make a lever point, we can effectively make a wedge for him to be able to pull himself out.
Sure.
I'll go get the extra weight imbuement.
Maybe I can just give up the leg that the anklet's on.
The leg.
Yeah, so I hike up. I'll take that off.
You take off the talisman.
The rock. Yeah.
You guys begin to the work of trying to free Charles. Charles, are you doing anything while this is going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to rend myself out from underneath this hilltop the whole time.
Understood. I'm going to call this might. I'm going to choose your approach and your arena for you. What skill would you like to use?
Athletics.
Would you like to use momentum?
I'm down for it if you all are.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and use the remaining two then.
By all means. Again, you can... If you can reasonably argue, you can also gain enhancement by this. By imbuing your paths, your origin, your role, or your pantheon, or whatever. If you can figure out a way to explain it to me. In addition to this, your friends can grant enhancement by making the roll and trying to, like, just, again, describing how they're going to help.
Okay, so, do you mean something more like how this is purely ironic to Sun Wukong's being trapped under the Mountain of the Five Elements or whatever?
Yeah, so, like, your origin path, you can take a +2 enhancement if you can explain to me how that path helps you in the situation. For example, what is your origin path?
Hang on. Is that like our the paths where we knew the RV neighborhoods and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's that stuff. So it's like survivalist.
Yeah, survivalist, combat specialist, Scion hero organization.
So yeah,
like things like that. Maybe a time when I did like training with the combat specialist path. Like, there's one for athletics, so I imagine I could work something like that in. Like, there was a time when I was doing survival training and I ended up stuck under a rock or something like that. Like, had a foot stuck or something.
Makes sense to me. Go ahead and take that as a +2 enhancement.
So we can help, right?
Yeah, you guys can help by trying to, like, you know, leverage the other side, or, you know, just help lift enough so he can crawl his way out, things like that. So however you guys would like to help, by all means, let me know.
I'll try, but I don't expect I'll be very beneficial.
Well,
this is, again,
do you have more in the mental domain? Because if you have more in the mental domain, you could argue that, like,
physics.
You're trying to help us with things that you've learned.
Getting leverage and things, so you can make that argument.
Yeah, I'll try to work the leverage angle then.
What skill?
Science.
Science. I'm going to call this the mental arena. What is your approach?
Brute power. Intellect.
Understood. Intellect and science. Go ahead and give me that roll. MAJIN, what are you trying to do? What is your approach on this? How do you want to help?
Maybe just trying to alleviate some of the pressure off. I don't even know if I'm capable of doing that, or maybe just assisting with trying to pull them out.
Okay. Makes sense to me. I'm going to call that the physical arena. You can choose your approach and your skill.
Maybe it doesn't make... I was going to say either athletics or close combat for skill, given that grappling and just trying to hold shit, but...
I would argue athletics.
Okay. Fuck. And then stamina, just trying to
hold.
Yeah.
Hold the stone. Makes sense. Everyone, please make your rolls, and we'll total up successes.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah,
5 material.
and then the 2 enhancement.
7. Plus Gregor's 1. That's 8.
We got 2 successes.
9, 10. You guys see, as you guys are all working together, the talisman has been removed. Gregor, you kind of create a little pulley or a leverage system with one of the fallen sticks and a bundle of the fallen sticks and trying to push down, help out with this. MAJIN, you are trying to do the same thing, but relying more on force rather than, just kind of mimicking where Gregor is putting his sticks at. Charles, you are straight up just trying to do push-ups off this mountain off of you. And you guys see a very strange sight. Charles is lifting the hill. Charles, your screams, your grunts, your face begins to turn red. You guys can see bits of hair begin to grow along the sides. Sideburns into a little fuzzy peach fuzz and beard. His arms pushing this push-up. You can see the arm hair grows a bit more coarsely. Charles, you think you just shat yourself. You push and push, and the mountain begins to move, and you are able to essentially push up quick enough and then crawl your way out. The mountain top falls. You crawl your way out. The little golden brown tail coming out of your spine. You can see 3 of you have done this together. And you can see in a cherry blossom tree, you can see Sun Wukong sitting. And that is where we'll end today's session of Scion Godsend. Did anyone complete short-term goals or short-term deeds and long-term deeds, anything like that?
I got the RV.
Excellent.
Does that count as me usurping one of Sun Wukong's achievements?
Absolutely not. The talisman was taken off, and you had 2 friends.
Okay, all right, whatever. I thought we were going to go with the friendship is my power route, but okay.
Fuck you, no.
This isn't a shonen anime.
You're going to take away my ability to use talk no jutsu, aren't you?
So, short-term, long-term, ban-term, any deeds we'll get to experience. We thank you guys. We thank you guys for watching. We thank you guys for joining us. Next session, they are on the road. This was their last hoorah in quote-unquote in New York. I would love to see some tweets over at the Rolling Nomads channel of, maybe see where you want them to go, because they have a plan, they have a path they want to take. Gregor thinks it's going to take a month. Not today, motherfucker. You guys, the viewer, can choose to, I'd like to see them reach my hometown in Pennsylvania. We'll make it so. You, the viewer, are the true god that controls their fate.
My god, we're gonna go somewhere terrible.
Feel free to tweet at _ Rolling Nomads.
We're gonna get so lost. We're gonna end up in Europe somewhere, or South Africa, or somewhere.
At _ Rolling Nomads on Twitter. Give us some suggestions of where you'd like to see our heroes go, where their journey will misconstrue and their path will wind and all that good stuff. We, of course, have been the Rolling Nomads. Again, Twitter is @_Rolling Nomads. You can find us on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. I, of course, have been your story guide for this, Gilbert Ramos. You can find me everywhere at Ramos the Nomad. That's TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, everything. You guys have anything to chill out?
No, you know I don't exist.
Good times. There's new meaning every time you say that now.
Yes.
Good stuff, guys. We begin our journey to the West next Sunday. I hope you guys come with us next Sunday to begin the journey to the West. The conquest of the West in some people's cases. But
the fleeing to the West.
With that being said, we of course have been the Rolling Nomads, and we appreciate your viewership. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Bye all.